points of clarifications from the honorable members. We can start with you, Honorable Mwene.
Thank you so much, Chair. CS and the team, you are most welcome back after break. CS, I would like to lead you to page 15.
Page 15.
But before answering to my questions, CS, which dates were you audited?
Please kindly.
In May, Chair.
Which year?
2024.
May
Chair.
On quality project 23. Found projects were not complete. But when you got where you are going to discover that you have on the appendix 14, they have indicated all the 14 projects that they were completed with the pictures. I go to the completion certificates. They are not tallying with the pictorial evidence they have presented. So question number one is there a difference? And then question number two, Chair, when you go to certificates that have been presented before your committee, let's take an instance of the first in appendix 14, the potential completion. Okay. It is that the construction of 1/3 Tigone Secondary School, the date was 13th of February 2023. Location, completion date, the date was 22nd of July. The completion date is not dated. Next one, let's go to the project that was given to Transtech Engineering Limited. Are we there? CS? Transtech. This is a 1/3 CRV at Kasuku. Are you there? Kasuku, yes. Chair, the construction date, it started on 13th of February 2023, and the completion date original, as it was supposed to be, was supposed to be 15th of May 2023. Then the completion date, the revised one, not knowing why it was revised, is the 30th of May 2023. 30th of January 2023. Now my question, if the Lunda Town Council was audited 2024, that auditors found that these structures were not yet completed that time around in 2024. These structures there were completed in 2023. Most of the completion certificates, Chair, indicate 23. But auditors, when they went there, found that the structures were not yet completed. They completed the structures after auditors left in May 2024. How come you, as council,
Is it the
This is indicating 2023 projects.
Yes, so the appendix for 2023 projects is actually on page 16. The ones referred to are for 2022. Just kindly have a look at it again. From Honorable Dr. Manza.
This is a delayed completion of 1x3 classroom block at Ifyo Primary School. This contract was given to Speedtech, Children Contractors, 7th February 2023 to 6th May, period of 2 months. Scope of work included concrete work, but the contractor was inconsistent with the execution of works towards the end of the project. But the main reason is that at the time of the was structurally unstable for completion. We can actually we can see yes. Appendix 1. Appendix 1. There is a picture of Fyo Primary School, which just on the status report. So engineers decided to not to make it as a completion, but to make it as a new, because structural integrity of the existing building, which clearly showed that it was very weak, structurally weak. Points of clarification leading to the variation. We can go to appendix, yes, appendix 1. There's a ledger of payments that you made so far. Yeah. Of 71,919 kwacha was issued on 22nd 24. This variation order, the details in the details of the BOQ or the works that were supposed to be carried out is presented in the BOQ 1. It is almost towards the end of appendix 1. Actually, so the that are supposed to be done in the BOQ is basically a not include a substructure. It was supposed just to start from slab level you do the superstructure. So that is why you code the project as completion. When you went to site to hand over, you realize that the foundation was weak, structurally weak. Hence, you had to change the scope to new construction. New construction, the details are on the BOQ as attached in the doc. In that is referring to the on Appendix 1. You made the payment. In 2024. What works did the contractor do to warrant the above? Order is talking about foundation, the substructure. So what work did you pay for before you officially informed the contractor?
Yes.
At the time of construction, I think these were among the 2022 projects, among the first projects that were being executed. Yeah. When we went, discovered that it was unsuitable for its completion. So the works, we moved it to a new site to do the construction from scratch. Yeah, hence the variation. On the variation, we did site instruction way back to instruct the contractor to carry out the works as instructed by ourselves while we were still processing the action order, because we thought it would cause the insurance that they done.
Yes, Honorable Dr.
Where is the official evidence to the contractor to make him start the works? Remember, before you get approvals from PLGO and you instruct the contractor to start the substructure, what if you receive what if authority is not anyway? Where is the evidence that the contractor was officially told to do the works? And the BOQ that you have included in your submission, which is on Appendix 1, has a front page saying contracts of 1/3. When I check inside the BOQ, it is there's a name of a different school altogether. So is a completion of Fiofio Primary School, variation number 1. This BOQ inside That's just page 2 of 1. It's saying, page 1 of at Kahuji. So
Just to guide, witness had sought leave of the chair, the name in the BOQ from Kahuji to Fiofio.
Site instruction which is attached in the document.
Where?
Yeah, there's a V1 which was, but
Just the first one.
the the contract.
Appendix 1-7.
okay, so just after the contract, memo, Director of Engineering to Council variation order number 1. Is this what you're saying?
This is we just use. If this was number, we are not. Next, they were numbered. Going to be. Are you seeing that, engineer? What the doc is seeing here, the other memo for variation is 21st October 2024. So which variation order should we follow? The one for February or the one for October? How many variation orders did or have to be first 22. All these are 2022 projects. What I'd wanted first, how is CDF doing in Lundazi? How is it doing? Is it a hoax? Or it's due to such things like this, which will make CDF to look like there's nothing happening on the ground? Chair, allow me end there. But we have 1/28 Feb. Here, 21st October. How many variation orders on fuel?
Yes, yes, you may respond.
Thank you, Chair. On the orders, the director will respond, then I will respond on the other part.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. There is only one variation order that was issued, which is variation order number 1. That was it. Then, Chair, further on the impact, I think you have shown in the progress report, I've shown how the school is in use. You can see pictures of children enjoying the facility. So the impact is there. It's a lot of impact. We have places also where there was no school. People are learning from churches, but now they have got classrooms where they are learning from. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Follow up, Honorable Dr. Manza, then Honorable Mwene.
Okay, thank you for your guidance, engineer. You have you issued a site instruction on 21st November 2023 that instructed the contractor to begin setting out foundation works, and you promised to say the BOQ will be included in your works later. That was 21st November 2023. My question still stands. When you look at the ledger of payments, actually it's Appendix 1, Project Ledgers. It is well labeled. So, Chair, before instructing the contractor to begin the foundation, which the contractor received instruction on 21st November 2023, I can see payments. Payment was done on 28 February 2023, 48 million. That is before he received the official instruction to start the works. 28 February, April, August. Yeah. So this 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 payments received the instruction officially. These 6 payments only received instruction to start the building. As you know, a substructure that is a substructure that is a so the instructed to do the foundation.
On the same, yes, yes, please.
Yes, Chair. Thank you so much. Dr. Manza is still calculating. look at the project, delayed completion of that most of your projects.
Yes.
That were done after in the status report covering there that it could not sign the contract which was running, which included the variation and the because the other structures
Chair,
Just
in
hold on.
addition,
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Engineering. He told us that this site installation that he has referred the committee to. So, what is the correct position? Because the two of you are speaking different things now.
which only that maybe the way I'm explaining it. Yeah, maybe I can clarify to say the substructure works were not complete. The VO is substructure.
Yes,
Substructure.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, what I was saying, what made that we signed later also also added, knowing that the scope from completion meant that amendment was going to there, Chair.
You know, do you want to make a follow?
It's very clear here. Even you've presented the pictures. Time that we had handover, the actually which shows of showing all this initially earmarked the scope of work that is included in the contract between yourselves. Those on this shown on page in the appendix 1. You have now to decide. It is even stated, saying, so you start a foundation. You start a foundation, and it's a construction. It's a new construction, actually. But the BOQ that you signed with a contractor was completion. So completion, it only had the details of superstructure, roofing, ironmongery, and all those kind of stuff. So you concluded that it should be a new construction on the same premises. For variation, vary the factories to PLGO, and they were granted to fund the substructure, which you have rightly as a work for the. Now you made payments 140. Order, not the site instruction, because the site instruction is not binding, but you issued a variation order, which is on the VO, variation order number 1. I'm interested in the technical specifications of this type of variation order. It is not signed in terms of the date. It is on, if you, appendix 1, go to where is contract. Appendix 1, then contract. So just after the contract, you have that communication. You find the variation order, which is this one. So this variation order, I can call it an official position to inform the contractor, beside that site instruction that you had given. So if we look at the contents of this variation order, saying this variation will complete the project and make the learning facility conducive for the learners. How many contractors have been on this particular FIOFIO project, when you're referring that the previous contractor did not do these works? Second question is, this variation order, there is no date. Why? Is this a standard?
Thank you, Chair. Let me invite the Director of Works to respond.
Thank you very much, Chair. The honorable member is actually on firm ground, I must say. Because initially we did the gentleman's agreement because we looked at the inconvenience the children were going through because they didn't have a classroom where they would learn from. So we did a gentleman's arrangement as we are waiting for the approval and the meetings. The process were taking long. So we had to engage the contractor who agreed to start the works. And like the CSI, the contract was signed on 9th February 2023. And the works with. And we kept paying as the works were progressing. Even in our cause of query, we did mention that at the beginning, the contractor accelerated the works. Then towards the end, it became slow. So hence the delays. Yeah, but I must
So
also...
is it your position that these works were not part of the initial contract, the ones that are in the variation order?
Yes, Chair.
Town clerk, you had indicated before this committee these works were. Do you wish to withdraw that misinformation to the committee?
Yes, Chair.
And for no, as a committee, that you had done a gentleman's agreement, because these documents that you have attached do not speak to the progress on site. Hence the questions by Dr. Mwanza, but you kept on meandering, yet your documents could not speak to what you were saying. Honorable Mwene, then Honorable Mteto.
Chair, my questions have not yet been answered. Why?
Kindly refresh the witness.
Yes. Why is it that most of your projects have delayed to be completed? When you look at all projects surpassed the time frame of completion, why? And the next question was, you are also alluding to the GP as maybe a hindrance to your achievement or to your contracts being awarded on time and being constructed on time. Are you giving a position to say we should get rid of EGP, or what is your position? I submit, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Allow me to call upon the procurement officer for...
Procurement officer.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to indeed agree to the House that the implementation for the community project under the review period, we delayed to start due to the fact that we had a technological change in the way we conduct our procurements. So as Lundazi Town Council, we welcomed the new change that came through. We experienced bottleneck along the way. However, we never gave up. We still continued until we penetrated, and that now we can guidely, or we can be through to say that we have more than 100 contractors online who are able to execute the proceedings.
Not in that she's alluding only to the year under review, but even before that, when you look at most of the contracts for 2022, very worrisome, Chair. They were all completed in 2023. 2023 took longer. We are yet to see other projects for 2024, definitely by next year when you appear again. So that may not be satisfactory enough to say it's only for the year under review. It has been a perpetual occurrence with the Lundazi Town Council. That's why we are asking what the challenges are, so that maybe you can be assisted. CS, so that maybe you can be assisted. So, according to you, what are the challenges that have been or that you are facing as a council on a failure to complete projects on time? Because for you to be taking a year plus to complete a project for maybe 3 or 4 months is worrisome. This is making CDF not to seem effective in Lundas. So, what is your problem in Lundas?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Chair. If you look at the year 2022, that is the year where we had a lot of challenges in the implementation of the projects. We had a lot of adjustment in the CDF guidelines and approval systems, which have since been streamlined and brought to the province and the district. So that the 2022 and 2023 were being implemented almost at the same time. So that that load which we carried was so heavy, but it has been settled by the change of the administration of the CDF. Yeah,
Honorable Mtela.
No one, the director of works, the engineer, has now said it was a gentleman's agreement.
I'll call upon you to respond.
No wonder we are now saying how many contractors were in here. We are grateful that yes, CDF is like you have seen in the picture, and we believe it so. Let's hope Lundas will be one of the stopovers.
Yes, they are.
Yes. But you works like that. Mention of. There is no gentleman's agreement when you are doing government work projects. I still sense some hidden agenda here. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. CS, who has a view?
thank you, Chair. We have put in the monitoring group, which monitors from a multi-sectoral approach, and the trainings are done. Invitation of the ZPPA and the other bodies, so that we necessary.
Of advertising for the works. When did you advertise the projects, for example, for CDF 2024? Procurement? Have you implemented the CDF community projects for 2024?
Yes, we are implementing.
When were these works advertised? I'm asking by Honorable Mwene. From the changes, are you helping you? We want to understand so that we can advise you the correct way to go.
Procurement.
Thank you, Chair. 2024 advertisements started May. We're still having challenges via the EGP platform. However, this is that has come to stay. As well as our supply.
Page 3, Chair.
Page 3.
Over the non-operational. Chair, this was due to change of business from a driving school to a taxi. And now, with that, meaning at least why no warning, you just go and confiscate the vehicle and to you waiting further instructions from the ministry. To the ministry. I end there, Chair.
CS, you may respond.
When it comes to the beneficiary, of course, on the first correspondence is the letter from the ministry, dated 30th July 2024, indicates the council having written to Nkula East Driving School for them to remind them, or to remind Nkula East Driving School that they were behind on the repayments of the loan, to which Nkula East Driving School responded by the next letter you are seeing in ink, to say they would start remitting the loan repayments in amounts of from that time, substantial efforts to indicate they are repaying these funds on repayment. Only a 1,500 kwacha was paid or has been paid up to date, which showed a lack of seriousness from the 45,750 which is owed in repayments. So the council moved in to confiscate the vehicle in line with the CDF guidelines that after 3 months, if a beneficiary does not show seriousness in the repayment, they forfeit the assets that has been procured. So what we are seeking now in the latest letter to the ministry is guidance on how we can utilize what has been confiscated. Thank you, Chair. I submit.
May I hear it from the plan? Is it 45,000? Because what we are saying is a balance of 10,000 kwacha. So which one is which?
Thank you so much, Honorable. Thank you, Chair. So at the time of auditing, there was only 10,000 kwacha that was owed, which is indicated in the report. But as at now, the figures accumulated to 45,750. Back then it was 10,000. I submit, Chair. Thank you.
So where is that? The accumulation, or is it verbal?
In the latest,
Is it
the addendum that was made at the beginning of the presentation, Chair. Nkola is
When
indicated.
it was noticed that this particular driving school had changed business, what did you do as a council? What sort of engagements did you make with this particular company?
Thank you so much. Yeah. So at first, we had called, because this beneficiary is just within the CBD. Our physical engagements, we wanted to appreciate what challenges the beneficiary was facing. So we indicated that the business, the driving school business, was not, the returns were not as anticipated. It was very slow. So he started pirating, that's what he indicated. Back then, he was still doing driving when he has customers, but he was also pirating as a taxi just to see how we can make the repayments. But even afterwards, as indicated to date.
Just hold on there.
Sure.
So as a local authority, why didn't you advise form of change of business to the local authority? Yes, yes.
Thank you, Chair. It's there. I was just searching for where we indicated.
You can.
Thank you so much, Chair. So in the first letter where we advised for, we advised the beneficiary to remit the funds, we so in the letter, Chair, yes, there is an omission, but we did engage advise the beneficiary to officially change the
Show us
business.
the letter, sir.
The letter indicating 30th July 2024. So in the first letter, Chair, the issue was just about the payment. He was still doing both driving school and the pirating.
I asked a question. Did you advise this client to officially apply to register that instead of running as a driving school, so that he can now apply and change the business to start operating it as a taxi? Which letter is that in the document?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I wish to withdraw that. The letter is not here, but the engagements were done with him. Sure, Chair.
Yes, these funds are meant to empower the citizens. And the guidelines do allow, if one, these are people who are not learned, these are people who sometimes may not be privy to the procedures. The first thing you're supposed to do is to educate your benefactors of the options that they have than going to extreme. And in this instance, when you found that this person was using this vehicle as a taxi, you should have helped him to formalize the change of business so that he can now operate as a taxi driver, and after which he makes monies, and you advise him to remit to the council. Was this done? I mean, to the bank. Yes, yes. You can add, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, we have on the capacity building where we called all these, we called all the...
No. We are talking about this individual.
Yes. When it's a specific, even here, it remains a specific.
No.
The director planning just said it was an omission and you withdrew. Yes, that's the way to go. So that
If it's a gentleman's
Yeah,
agreement, you submit. And when you tell us, we move on. You noticed we moved on. You told us a gentleman agreement and we moved on.
in Lundazi,
Hmm?
there was gentleman's agreement over a year plus. Why didn't that work with this company? There's a picture on page 3. Is that part and parcel of the driving school? Have you also confiscated that building or not? And
What they
number where to go to one by one on the uncompleted delay take another day. But TLB and the tipper truck.
What is the status quo? Honorable Dr. Manza, you can add? Yes, ask. You can ask any other question.
Thank you, Chair. As I check through the Appendix 1 concerning Fiofio, I'm attempted to get more details because of the serious engagements that and serious revelations that we've heard here, where they said there was a gentleman's agreement between the contractor and the client for the instructions. My question is that were these payments to 6,000 kwacha? So before the contractor did the slab, before the contractor did the substructure, payments were made up to 86% of that contract, which is 564,000 kwacha. Were these payments also done on a gentleman's agreement point of view? I have also looked at the BOQ, the variation order, that is detailing, that is accounting for the varied amount that is coming to 77,000 kwacha. These type of works that are detailed here, it is a complete construction. it is a complete construction where you set out the building, a 1-by-3 classroom. You set it out on site and start digging, excavating. And all the quantities are detailed here. Just for your interest, the second page, page 2 of 1. So it is detailing excavation. So the quantity is to say excavate to the topsoil, up to topsoil depth, up to deep, and so on, and then substructure, extra work, rock leveling and compaction. You even do the backfilling of the hardcore, and the foundation walls are paid for here, and including the black plastic, damp-proof membrane, everything is paid for. And the quantities are, well, I comment on that. The quantities for, because the 1-by-3 classroom block, we know it's basically 31 meters long by 7 meters wide. So if you calculate the area 71 by 31 meters by 7 meters, it is, if you check what is here, it is 342 square meters. So if you do, even I give it conservative value to say the width is 35 meters, then the length is 10 meters. Maybe the length is 10 meters. It only comes to 200 something, less than 300 square meters. But the black plastic, the area which is here, is 340 something meters. Anyway, the question is, these payments, I'm worried that 564,000 kwacha was paid to the contractor for works that he didn't do. Because we all know that for a contractor to build a foundation, the slab, so he will start building the superstructure on top of the slab. But in the absence of the slab, and in the absence of the foundation, how was the 564,000 kwacha paid? Through gentleman's agreement?
Yes, you may respond.
Thank you, Chair. The TLB has been delivered under status report Appendix 9. It's delivered there at the council. Then the other one, the tipper track, is before the courts of law, and we are waiting the court ruling. It was not delivered.
Just give us a brief. What happened?
As they're giving us the brief, with your indulgence. Any documentation concerning the litigation matters, or it's just the oral arrangement?
Please submit.
Chair.
The matter is in court.
Yes.
Mr. Kazinga?
Thank you,
Ministry
Chair.
of Local Government.
Yes, sir. Our comment, I think, is on the 2 items. The first item is, as the honourable members belabored on the Fiofio Primary School. The guidance of the committee is well noted. Lunda's Town Council public affairs are managed, documented. You can see the period is quite wide. Anything would have happened. Then how does government take stock of the cost of such a project? Then the other one is on the beneficiary for that driving school changing to again, as the committee has guided, is critical because that's more reason government is decentralizing all these affairs, is to enable localized decision making. Even that vehicle is registered in the full names and details of the council. So if the beneficiary has completely failed, there will definitely be another beneficiary on the line who might want to go into the same transport business. But as chair guided, is to build capacity in our people to see that this is the gateway to economic emancipation. I thought chair would make comment in addition to what the committee has the council. Thank you.
Make mention of Chief Mwanse Palace. Make mention of Chief Mwanse's Palace as well.
Chief Mwanse's Palace, this is centrally procured, and we are the contract managers. I hope we can make progress on the matter. However, allow me to first comment on what the Ministry of Local Government have commented on. And I think our plea as a committee to the ministry is that we see a gap. CDF is in the teething stage, and if you look at the period between 2022-2023, most of the applicants did not know what to do in case, you know, the business is not okay, they want to venture into something else. The guidelines allow, but for the case of Lundazi, we see the council not sensitizing, not building capacity on the options that the beneficiary have. We have a case of clubs venturing to another business than that which they had applied for. We have not seen correspondence of Lundazi Town Council advising the applicants to officially formalize, you know, these businesses that they had ventured into. I think this is the step where the council has to come in. Kindly apply so that we give you permission so that you are able to undertake this business that you want to do. We are not seeing that happen in Lundazi. Even for the one that you grabbed the vehicle from, the first thing you should have done was to engage the client, then being harsh. Engage the client, understand what the challenges are. If one is changing from driving school to a taxi business, I would still ask you questions, because under the skills bursaries, we have support for driving school. Did you as the council give this client business? Under this period, did you have children applying for driving school? If yes, when this person complained that they didn't have business, did you help them to give them students to train? This you should have done. And I'm not asking you for a comment, but these are options that the council should have done. If not, you should have educated this person to formally request the change of business so that they go and register this vehicle and do not pirating, but register now the taxi business so that they can go and park at the taxi rank and properly undertake their business to enable them pay back the loan. Again, we see this not being done. So we want to urge Lundazi Town Council to empower your applicants with knowledge, the options that they can fall back on. Recovery, getting the asset, yes, to the extreme, if somebody has completely failed, that is allowed. But to just go and grab the asset without capacity building, I think we need to do better as a council. In terms of implementation of projects, the case of Fiofio, the council can do better. Director engineering, you have a site instruction book on the site where you are not formally writing, at least you can write the instructions in the book for the client to undertake the works that you want them to do. So that as you now go to the chain of instructions, the permissions, those instructions are formally written and they are binding to the client. You are the supervisor and you are the only one mandated to give those instructions. But to ask somebody to do works and then give them written instructions 9 months after that, where is the legal basis of those instructions? This is why Honorable Dr. Mwanza is worried that we made financial progress to 86% of the contract using a gentleman's agreement. Because for you to undertake construction of a classroom block, any construction, you first of all need to do the proper foundation. We are glad that you had to move away from this structure that was not habitable and to do a complete new structure. And this is why the CDF has been increased, so that we are able to build proper infrastructure. But we must follow, the proper procedures. Instructions must be given. What if something happens along the way? This contractor abandons site. Where are you going to base legally the instructions that you gave them? So there is a danger in giving gentlemen's instructions. CS, this is falling upon your office. Ensure that you supervise. You were talking about the M&E to expedite implementation of stored projects. Sometimes as CS, don't just be in the office. Go with your director of planning and engineering to ensure that you monitor the works. The right thing, the right scope is being followed. That way, you'll be helping your subordinates to work. Not only helping them, you will also be checking that they are doing the right thing. I saw you delegating most of the answers because they are not on the ground. That is my conclusion, that they are not on the ground. So I want to urge you, CS, to come out of your office, go to the ground and some increase fit the people of Lundas, the people of Zambia, and you are the implementers. So we want you to do the correct thing. We hope that you implement all the projects in time, because if you do not do that, I think have noted the price fluctuations in the market. When you delay to implement projects, the cost is going up, as we could see from the TLB, and because we had to get more money from the sub. Having said that, I wish to uncap you of the immunity that was given to you earlier on. Please go and work better and ensure that you improve on the gaps that have been identified in the report of the Auditor General. The meeting is officially closed. What you say beyond this point is on your own. As a committee, we do traveling messages back to Lunas. Thank you so much.
Just precision. How can I not go get it?
The job has been done.
And every chance you gotta get it.
It's time for you to see the world. Big fan.
For all the football you want for only 610 kwacha per month. Please come with me. Get all the best of GoTV.
Also, wow, let's do it.
Plus, Premier movies. Plus, more fun.
Our fun is just beginning.
We're gonna baby.
Plus, series galore. Oh, this is better than good. It's better than great.
All hands on deck.
It's Super Plus.
Welcome back home.
Upgrade to GoTV Super Plus today.
Nasate abola la nyamata.
No, they are putting a movie with jacket, sure.
Madara, they don't care whatever you're wearing, you can play.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. It's time to power your life and say goodbye to blackouts with a new Topstar solar solution, the H50 hybrid system. Enjoy a safe and reliable solar solution at home or your business with the Topstar hybrid inverter, lithium battery, and 550-watt solar panels. Experience a peace of mind with reduced electricity bills, long warranty of up to 5 years with free installation. For more information, call or WhatsApp now on 0779 042000, 0779 042000, or visit our Facebook page at Topstar. Also, pay us a visit at our head office next to Arcade Shopping Mall. Topstar Solar. Power your life. Relaxing entertainment on Topstar for an affordable price of 210 kwacha on Antenna Classic OD Smart. Gear up for more Spanish football drama in the Copa del Rey final. Who will be crowned champions in this Clasico? Watch Barcelona versus Real Madrid on Saturday, 26th of April at 22 hours live on World Football. Cheer for the best Spanish team. For more, continue with stories of dark secrets, hidden desires in season 2 of Hidden Truths, showing from 17th of April daily at 21:30 hours on Novella E+. Something amazing for the kids? Tune in to Jim Jam, Tsunami, CBeebies, and ST Kids for exciting and fan-packed cartoons. So grab yourself a Topstar decoder today and join in the Easter fun. Topstar, enjoy digital life.
On Oyo constituency, we profile one of the most prominent constituencies in the country.
The constituency is facing a lot of challenges, but the major ones are, number one, poor road network, communication network, no financial institutions, no colleges, no electricity, and inadequate infrastructure in both education and health.
bayuti n'abonayika mulandu n'obwalwa nabanamayo bonse n'abaponenamu nsunko obwalwa
konkomesha ndeko obuyanja kuno mukushize ande mukushi no turalima ko everything sana so no sebo twesingwana na yena.
In Mukushi, we watch Parliament TV.
Watch Parliament TV, the TV that brings Parliament closer to our community.
Leba tetamba Parliament TV kudia. Great.
Keep watching Parliament Television.
My eParliament mobile application. My eParliament is a mobile application developed by the National Assembly of Zambia in order to bring Parliament closer to you. You can download and install My eParliament from App Store or Play Store. Once installed, you can raise your concerns, provide your input, opinion and feedback on various projects or decisions being made in your constituency. On My eParliament mobile application, you can listen to Parliament Radio. You will have access to parliamentary documents such as bills and acts which are considered in Parliament. You will also have access to National Assembly social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and also watch live on our YouTube channel. Download My eParliament now. My eParliament, bringing Parliament closer to you.
On the Vice President's question time. Questions for oral answer under 26.
It has to be of recent occurrence.
Continue watching Parliament TV, a channel dedicated to bring Parliament closer to you.
Simala.